My beautiful Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-July right through to mid-August 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details and I'll never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your singles love reading. For those of you who are not looking for a love reading, I will be doing a career reading for your sign in the next couple of days, as well as a what does your guides want you to know, okay? So I will also be doing a twin flame connection reading if you're looking for one of those as well. I do apologize for my voice. I haven't been feeling the best in the last day or so. Nothing serious, just a little bit of like hay fever mixed with a little summer cold, that sort of thing. But I'm just going to go get all of your cards first before I transmute an outcome. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know regarding their single love reading? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Okay. We've got the Judgment card, the 5 of Swords. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Now, also, just to let you know, there is a monthly reading up that is a general for your sign. It doesn't really talk about love as well if you're not looking for the love reading, but you wouldn't have clicked on if you were not looking for a love reading. So thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? Now we've got 3 of Wands there, so that does mean there are opportunities coming your way for you to connect to a love situation. We've definitely got a match here. We've got a King and a Queen of Pentacles. So there's definitely soulmate energy coming on in here for you. We do have some swords in your reading. So a little bit of difficulty when it's come to try and meet people. Thank you so much, Spirit Guys. Ooh, okay. I don't know if you noticed, but your cards are explosive. They're just like popping right out all over the place. The energy is off the charts. Now, I definitely feel like you're going to meet someone. This could be through a friend as well, because we've got the 3 of Cups there and the Knight of Cups. So it could be in some sort of social gathering. Either you've been invited to something or it's going to be a friend of a friend. I feel like it could also be if you've like asked people, do they have like a hot friend or something like that they could introduce you to, or it could be someone that you can work with, like they've got somebody in mind. But I definitely feel like you're going to be attending some sort of event where love comes in and it's a match. Okay, let's get straight to the beginning of the cards though. Your first card is the Kindred Spirits. This is what you're manifesting: someone who's like you, who gets that duality side of you as well, someone who accepts you for every part of you that you are. There's a deep love coming on in here that is life-changing, is what they're showing me. The all-consuming sort of love where both of you can talk for hours and, really, spur each other on with deep conversation. Now, they're actually showing me in the water, just before I move forward, because I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading, they're showing me a pure white feather floating down in front of somebody. So I feel like that's a signifier for you in the next 4 to 5 weeks. As you're walking down the sidewalk or walking wherever, you're going to have a moment where there is one pure white feather that just dances right in front of you and sort of floats on down. Look out for that. That's a signifier for you over the next 4 to 5 weeks. And underneath, they're giving me one word. Let me just really connect to that word. One moment, please. Okay, I want to say that it says something, I think it says conversation. Correspondence. Okay, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. My guys just gave me its correspondence. So, I mean, correspondence, conversation, kind of the same thing, some sort of connection. So either you see that white feather and you actually get a message from somebody just after, or you're about to meet somebody that will be lots of back and forth messaging with, okay? This is somebody new that you're about to meet. But they are a kindred spirit, and I feel like you're definitely manifesting that. Now, we got the resistance position, the discernment, okay? Now, this is in the resistance position. So this is, it's like I got it in the reverse, okay? So it's sort of suggesting be a little bit more discerning about your energy, about those that you trust, people that you let in. Now, it's not that you fall in love easily, my beautiful Gemini, because you don't. You're always weighing things up because, and of course, everyone's sort of independence is important, but you really sort of think things through before you really connect to a person on a deeper level that you want to go into a high level commitment with them, because you have that duality about you that sees that desire to be in a committed long-term relationship, but also you have that non-conformity about you where you want your independent lifestyle. You want, you know, to, and you can merge the two. But I feel in the past you may have like attracted people who are very jealous or controlling, or tried to clip your wings in some sort of way. That's what I'm getting here. So they're just indicating that past situations may have taught you to be a little bit more discerning about opening your heart, not going too quickly into relationships, even though they're passionate and fiery and really awesome to be in. They can also be grounded and have a foundation and have healthy energy. It doesn't always have to be like that mad, passionate, and sometimes toxic energy that we can all connect to at some point in our life. So I'm not pointing a finger. We all sort of gravitate towards some people sometimes that are not for our highest good, but they're exciting to live in their energy, okay, and connect to. So I feel like you've had a lot of experience when it comes to understanding people and the psyche of people. You've learned to have patience is what they're showing me. Now I'm going to quickly pull a card on that card of discernment. Can you please guide? Seven of Swords. Okay, so Seven of Swords is a card of deception. It's also a card of like either you felt that you've met people who have not been 100% honest with you, and you've discovered things about them, and you know you've given your heart, and it's kind of like too late before you've discovered these things about these people. But the Seven of Swords can also be a card of like gossip. Okay, it can be like indiscretion, and especially since we got the card of discernment, as you can see, it's like see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. So it's almost like if you hear gossip or you find out gossip about a person, make sure you do your own due diligence. Don't actually take the word of other people, okay? Or you know, like sometimes you look on social media and you can build a picture of a person by looking at their social media. That's something that is projected. It's not something that's true. I mean, there's so many people out there that's like, oh, look at me, I'm having an amazing time, this is a wonderful life, and actually behind the scenes they're crumbling, or they feel that they're lonely, or, you know, things are not fulfilling. So I would say if you're getting to know a person, especially from the, you know, from the very, very get-go, get to know the person. Don't get to know the social media. Of course, if you look on their social media and it says they're in a relationship and they're playing that they're not, then of course take that at its word. But I would always not assume. I'm just getting this energy of dig a little bit deeper when it comes to meeting new people. Also, you may be the sort of person who in the past sort of doesn't really tell anybody about your relationships. You keep them to yourself until you really know whether you want this person to be something a little bit more serious in your world. There's nothing wrong with that. The Seven of Swords can also be a card of, independence, conformity, non-conformity, living life on your own terms. And you may have had that struggle within you, my beautiful Gemini, that you actually do want a long-term committed relationship, but also you want to, go off and do your own thing. You can have both, of course, but you may have that longing because you have that duality about you. So I feel that has been something perhaps that in the past, being with the wrong person, you may have struggled with your freedom or struggled in some way with regards to the relationship and control issues, okay? Now the outcome energy, we've got transition. So your circumstances, you're going from being single into a relationship, because transition means you're going through changes. And I feel like you're releasing a lot of fears because that moon energy that we've had with that new moon in Cancer, that's still energy that we will be feeling right up until the 13th or 14th of July. And that's when that Capricorn energy takes over, where we start to focus a little bit more on our career and our goals. So you may be all up in like sensitive energy right now, but you're in a transitionary period. So a lot of positive energy. I can see the changes already happening. You're going to meet somebody who vibes at the same frequency as you. And, it's a match. We got the Judgment card. Sometimes, and people don't realize this, that we are called into a single life or a solitary life for a certain period of time in order to work out our life's purpose or have a mission, something that we feel like we must do in this lifetime. And you may have been trying to figure that out. The Judgment card is a card of like being at a fork in the road, making a decision, self-evaluation period. So you're looking at your love status and you're like, okay, I know something needs to change. And how can I be that change in this circumstance? So I feel like you're finding exciting new ways to do something new. Because if you always sort of tread the path that that you're always walking on, and you find it emotionally not rewarding at this time to meet somebody new, then you've got to change your circumstances. So if you always go to the same bars, restaurants, see the same people, just go to work, do all the same things, you're getting into a comfortable cycle. Now, of course, that's wonderful. Humans, we like stability. We like some sort of like routine where we know where we're at, but also it's good to shake things up every so often, where we try out a new bar out of town, or we venture out of a comfort zone and do something different, like a new hobby, or put ourselves on a course of learning and we meet new people, open ourselves up to playfulness, go to that festival you've been always thinking about going to that you've never gone, set yourself an intention to go on an adventure. The Judgment card is about finding a different path or a new path that leads to a lot more emotional enjoyment and fun. This is a card of being rebirthed. So I do feel that after a long period of time, you may have taken yourself out of the dating pool for a while to really focus on the journey that you're taking and going through a lot of personal growth, okay? The Judgment card is trying to find your purpose and your true prosperity, your calling. And I feel like you've been listening to your calling, but you felt you had to focus on that and took your focus a little bit off love. Now, you may have thought about love occasionally. You may have thought about that in your life, but it's not something that you have made your focus to actually work towards or actively seek somebody. I mean, I don't feel an energy of seriously focusing on it, but I feel that changes in the next 4 to 5 weeks, okay? So you may feel that yearning once again. But the Judgment card is your starting position. So right now you're focusing on your own purpose, your life's purpose. You're making some final decisions. You're reaching for a new, different life where, you have to shed some things. You have to break old habits. You have to shed what is old and familiar in order to make space and room for something greater. You're taking a new path. Now, what is crossing you? We got the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords is a card of mental conflict. Sometimes you may have felt like really defeated in love. Like, what is the point? You tend to connect to somebody and you either feel stuck or you just feel like you're not meeting the right people. You may even look around in the dating pool and go, you know what? There's no one out there, Baba. There's no one who even sparks my curiosity or my interest. So what am I supposed to do? The Five of Swords is a card of like taking oneself out of the game, because you may have felt like love was a bit of a failure, or your search for love has been a bit of a failure, or even it's just been a little bit too much drama and you need to really focus on your career or your path. Now, for some of you, if you're not working, for example, or you're retired, you may be just trying to find what really sets your soul on fire, and you've been focusing on that recently more, or your prosperity, focusing on your finances and things like that, because we've got that Queen of Pentacles in the home space. You've been thinking about building a solid home, a solid future, trying to focus on your plans and remain grounded. But the Five of Swords indicates that there is something missing, or you feel like the missing piece of the puzzle. Now, the Five of Swords can also be that someone hurt you in the past and you're blossoming, you're blooming because of it, but you're still in a period of transition. As you can see, this figure has got like the heart piece is missing and it's all sewn up there, and she's taking the lesson with her, but she's leaving the past firmly in the past, and she's growing despite it. So there could have been a situation from your past that left you feeling that relationships were not meant for you at this time. You just took your focus elsewhere and you focus on personal growth. But it's in the resistance position, which means you've gained peace of mind. You've matured. I feel like you've battled with your heart over your head in a lot of situations, and I feel like now your heart is winning, okay? What is below you? We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is a card of being really grounded, wanting to settle down. Perhaps you've been, building a nice home space. Maybe you've bought a home if you're very, very lucky, or you've been doing a bit of DIY. You've been focusing on your goals and dreams, and I feel like you're someone who's very committed and very faithful. You've got yourself into a position where you are conserving your energy and your time for the right people. You're not actually going to commit yourself to anything that you feel is just not worth it, because life's too short, okay? So I also feel like this is a card of domesticity. So you may have been in the home space a lot more, especially since we've been going through like a major pandemic for the last couple of years. So I feel like you've been a little bit more in a routine that involves the home space. Some of you may even work from home. So you may be like, how can I get out of a pattern or a cycle to get out there and meet new people? But I feel you may even be thinking about wanting to settle down and sort of like have children, because we got the rabbits here. So that is also about, wanting to build a family. Or if you have children already, you may be focusing on them and making sure everything's secure, because this is a card of like comfort. Okay, so we can get comfortable in our cycles, we can get complacent, we can think to ourselves, you know what, I'm going to take myself out of the dating game for a little while, and then a year passes, and then, there's no opportunity, and then we're just focusing on work, we're in a repetitive cycle, and suddenly 2-3 years have gone past, and we're like, oh, we still haven't looked for love, or love has not shown up. So it can be that you've got into a habit of comfortability, shall we say. So I feel though that you've got yourself in a really good position to be secure, to enter into a love relationship. And I do feel with that King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, even though you, my beautiful Gemini, are an air element, I feel this is about you putting yourself in a grounded position where you're earthing yourself in order to open up to a loyal, faithful relationship, one that lasts, a lifetime, if that's what you're looking for. But I feel like that's what you're looking for, especially since we've got the Hierophant here. You've learned a lot when it comes to love, but also the Hierophant is a marriage card. What are we leaving in the past? The Queen of Wands. Now, some of you may actually feel like you're getting older and, you're like, this is a card of attractiveness, okay? So you may feel that your passion, your joie de vivre, your sort of like ability to attract, some of you may be thinking, am I losing my edge? That's not it at all, okay? Because this is in the past position. You're actually really turning heads. But sometimes, my beautiful Gemini, especially since we got the Five of Swords, sometimes you can be all up in your head and think, is that person looking at me? They're probably not looking at me. They're actually looking at you. Just be aware, okay, that you are turning heads. The Queen of Wands is someone who is very, very attractive, both inside and out, who has the capability to attract whatever you need. But this card in particular, as you can see, we've got the peacock skirt. It's like Peacock yourself, have confidence, love yourself fully, get yourself out there. The Queen of Wands is also a card of collaborating with other people, like-minded people, getting into a position where you are in good company, enjoying yourself, raising your vibrations, being really positive, and putting yourself in a position to meet somebody new, being inspired to express yourself about your passions, what makes you feel alive. All of those things are very, very attractive, okay? Confidence is actually an aphrodisiac. Now, of course, some of you may be very, very shy, especially since we've got the Five of Swords and we've got an Eight of Swords here. So I'm sending you a huge hug out there. I feel like you will work on your shyness. You will feel a little bit more comfortable in your own skin, especially in the next 4 to 5 weeks. I feel like you're going to start looking in the mirror and be like, damn, I look fine today. I look really awesome today. And again, male or female, not a gender specific reading. I feel like this is about you loving yourself, looking at yourself and thinking, I look awesome, okay? And anybody who would want to walk by your side is a very, very lucky person to want to be with you and actually get the opportunity to spend a lifetime with you as well. So I feel like you're changing your mindset. You're not looking for the one, you are the one, okay? So I feel you're in a real cycle of attracting, or yeah, there's a magnetism about you, but sometimes you don't realize that you have that magnetism. You're passionate, you're sensual, you have a lot of power, and you're also very inspirational. So I feel like a lot of people actually gravitate towards you naturally, but you may not see that they have feelings for you, okay? I'm just going to pull a card and see why that Queen of Wands is in that position. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, because I feel like you've been building your confidence. Five of Cups. Now, that tells me that there's either some sort of loss you've experienced in the past that has knocked your confidence, but this is a card also of feeling unloved. So you may be like, you know what, Bubba? I look in the mirror and I think to myself, you know what? I'm not bad looking. I'm pretty awesome looking, but why have I not met anybody just yet? So you may be looking at things because you're in a state of lack. Now, of course, if you're single and you're looking for love, you're going to be in a state of lack. But you start to look at yourself like, well, why have I not attracted someone right now? Because I feel this is about being in the ebb and flow. I actually feel like the pause for you has been the Judgment card, which is you're in a position where you are looking at your life's purpose, your soul's calling, and you are actually building prosperity. Financial prosperity. Now, you can have it all. You can find the balance in that. But the Five of Cups basically is like letting go of anything that's not working for you. And we all have to go through that period, okay, of just learning to change our perception that actually it comes back down to this. You're not looking for the one because that states that you're in a state of lack. You're searching for something that you do not have. Instead, start to think, I am the one. Now, someone once, many, many years ago, told me that, and I thought, you are so arrogant, because this person, gentleman, he said to me, you know what? I don't think I'm looking for the one. I know I am the one, and they're going to find me. And I was like, wow, that is so arrogant. And when we had a conversation, he was telling me more about it, and I was like, actually, I've been open enough to understand his point of view, and he was right, because it's giving away your power when you're searching for something you do not have. But when you know that you've got everything within you that you need, and that actually you are a catch, then you start to attract things. Just like, I saw a video the other day. I don't know why they're giving this to me. I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing a reading, and my guides are giving me these things to give you as messages. So the other day, someone was mentioning about money, and because you've got the King and Queen of Pentacles here, maybe you're been focusing a lot on your finances as well. They just gave me that, people who are very, very wealthy, they tend to not think about what they lack. They tend to think about more money, more money, more money, that they are abundant. They just attract more, and they live a full life because they just believe that they deserve it. And, it's not an arrogant thing. It's like a confidence thing. So apply the same situation to love, okay? Now, what is above you? We got the Eight of Swords. You may feel it's been very, very difficult to come out of a comfort zone, or you may have felt like there's just no opportunities around you, so what is the point? The Eight of Swords is a card of limitations, feeling like analysis paralysis. You may feel very, very difficult or restricted in some way to find new love, okay? Now, when we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, like, oh my gosh, I've got to meet the one, or I am going to try and put myself in a situation to meet love, then we start to overanalyze, feel a little bit nervous. We start to really like become crippled with fear, because it seems like such a monumental task to put ourselves out there and be vulnerable to open up to meet new love. Instead, I feel like you're actually going to do something that you're really excited about doing, something that is either very, very creative, or it could be you putting yourself on a course of learning or a hobby, doing something that you enjoy doing. I actually feel like you meet this person in a group of people where you're just enjoying yourself. And you're not even looking for love. You're just putting yourself in a circumstance to enjoy yourself and let yourself shine and radiate, and you are noticed, okay? But we always start to think, oh my gosh, maybe I should put myself online dating or go speed dating, or, you know, and it becomes so scary that sometimes we just don't do anything. We restrict ourselves because this is a card of fear in the mind. Is about feeling trapped in a situation. I mean, right now you could be working really hard and say, I don't have time to look for love, Baba, so how can I put myself in a circumstance? You could have lots of people, all your friends have got partners, and you know, you've found that you've lost your wing woman or wingman when it comes to going out there and, you know, finding new love. But I feel like you're going to meet somebody in a group of people and they're going to fall for you straight away. That's what I feel, okay? So the Eight of Swords, I'm going to pull a quick card on it, because this is a card of realizing you're not stuck, okay? This is a card of realizing that the gate is wide open. You can spread your wings, you can fly, you can change your circumstances, but you must overcome the fear, the analysis paralysis, okay? Now, if you've been going through a separation in another circumstance and you've been healing, then take the time you need and don't pressurize yourself. We've got the Magician. Yeah, you've got everything you need in order to get out there and manifest whatever it is you desire. The Magician card is a card of turning your dreams into reality, but using inspired action. There has to be action. This is also a card of confidence. Okay, you will accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. So it's all about your focus. If your focus is on your career, then, you know, your career and your finances will grow. Whatever you focus on, that is the thing that starts to flourish, okay? Now, in the near future, we have other opportunities coming your way. The Three of Wands is a card of being on the right path. I feel like there's a couple of people headed your way that you're going to be really interested in, that you really vibe with. And this is a card also of being in harmony with your heart's desire. But you're holding back. You're waiting for the one. This is the great love story, the ship, the great love story that you're waiting for. Because not just anybody will do, okay? This is also a card of like waiting, having patience. You're already in that energy, okay? I feel like this is a card also of planning. Planning to sort of like see what's out there. What's behind you, I feel, is you're looking for stability. You're looking for someone who walks the journey of life with you, who is romantic, someone who you can trust, who's loyal, who raises you up, and you could do the same for them. I feel like you're meeting that person. Someone very romantic is coming your way. The Three of Wands, though, is like, let's see what else is out there. Let's get myself out there and see what opportunities lay before me. So I feel like some of you actually may be traveling, because this is a card of expansion or travel. Some of you may be going overseas travel, or you booked a vacation in the near future, and you could meet this new person. I feel it's in a group of people though. So whether you're traveling for work and you're going to a seminar, or whether you are traveling for a vacation to enjoy yourself with friends, I feel that during this transition period, that's where you put yourself in a circumstance to meet somebody new, okay? And I feel like you're not actually really focused on meeting a new person when you actually meet the new person. It's like a surprise, okay? Now we've got the Hierophant card. The Hierophant card is about high-level commitment, but it's also about learning. It's about guidance. Some of you may have been trying to watch videos online, for example, of trying to understand love, or how can I tell if this person fancies me, or, you know, signs the person likes you, or how to attract love. I feel like there's some sort of energy of guidance here. But this is also a card of having faith. So I feel that you are, learning to have faith, learning that actually you are all that. You're lovable. You're actually a gorgeous soul with a beautiful heart. And, your heart is actually something that emanates that beauty onto your face. So beautiful both inside and out. And I feel like you're starting to have a little more compassion for yourself, but also a little bit more emotional security, and starting to have faith that love is for you after a long period of perhaps saying that maybe love is not meant for you. I feel like you're changing your mindset. Now, the external environment, we got a King of Pentacles here. So we've got a match. We have love headed your way. Two people who are very faithful, looking for a long-term relationship, looking to settle down. So again, male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy, divine counterpart energy. So I do feel like you're attracting someone who is similar to you, someone who is loyal, someone who wants to settle down, someone who wants to think about the future. And this person, I feel like this person's being guided towards you. Now this person, I feel like they got their own business perhaps, or they make really good decisions in their life. They're very mature. They know what they want. They're not going to lead you down the garden path and leave you hanging. This is someone who wants to be in a committed relationship. They're dreaming of settling down, meeting the one. And I do feel like there is an energetic exchange where both of you, I feel like you'll take this relationship slow. You'll build a solid foundation. It's going to be very romantic, very sensual. You can trust this person. This is, I feel like you're going to be a very successful couple together as well. And maybe in the future, you may even work together or set up a business together that is very, very lucrative. But I feel the external circumstances indicate you're going to meet someone who is exactly what you're vibing at, you're exactly what you're looking for. Now, hope and a fear, 3 of Swords. You're hoping that, you can overcome the difficulty. If you've gone through a heartbreak in the past, I feel like you're mending wounds. This is a card of, if you've been in some way betrayed in the past, you're hoping that it doesn't happen again. You're hoping that you're opening yourself up to vulnerability, and you're hoping that you're not exposing your heart to a level of sadness should anything go wrong. But remember, love is to be vulnerable. Love is to open yourself up, but trust that the other person is not going to hurt you, okay? I feel whatever it is you're healing, I feel like you've recovered quite heavily, and I feel like it's almost like you're getting back on the horse of love, and you're just hoping this time it won't be such a bumpy ride, or it won't cause pain, or you may have had trust issues as well because of a past situation. So I feel like you're trying to hope that it doesn't trigger trust issues. I'm just going to pull a card on that for you. We got the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So the Knight of Wands in the reverse is someone who is very chaotic, very sort of like impulsive. So you're not looking for a fling, you're looking for something a little bit deeper, you're looking for something a little bit more authentic. And you are worried that perhaps, what if I meet someone who just like is looking for passion and not looking for the long term? How will I know I can trust someone that they're not just going to be like here today, gone tomorrow if I give my heart, if I expose myself? 3 of Pentacles. Now, 3 of Pentacles is a card of like, it can mean that perhaps you had an experience in the past where there was a third-party situation. I'm going to pull another card on that for you. So it could be that if you felt like someone cheated on you, 9 of Swords, that's worry. 2 of Cups. Now, I feel it's like, how do I build a solid foundation? How do I maintain a love with a person that just doesn't stop just at the sensual stage? Okay, because the 2 of Cups is what you're looking for. The 2 of Cups is basically soulmate energy, high level commitment. You're looking, and you're going to get that, okay? So this is a romantic love that is deep. It is a partnership. It goes to a proposal of marriage if that's what you're hoping for. But the 9 of Swords says you're worried. How do I get from the stage of, passion, impulsivity, chaotic, kind of like wonderful raw emotion. How do I start to build a solid foundation? The Three of Pentacles is like, how do I work together with someone and build that solid foundation and get to the stage where it goes into a high level commitment relationship and doesn't stall? Okay, so I feel there's a little bit of nervousness that's going on there. Maybe this is because of past experiences. Now, it doesn't mean you want to be with a person from your past. It can mean that past experiences have influenced how you operate in love. Now, it doesn't have to be like an ex. It can mean, like, for example, if you were bullied when you were younger, it may trigger low self-confidence or low self-esteem issues. Or it can also it could be childhood wounding, for example, or it could also be, you know, a previous relationship that you found out that you couldn't trust somebody. So I feel like, please apply it to your situation, but whatever it is, I feel like you're just hoping you don't repeat a pattern, or it doesn't trigger you to experience difficulty or feel exposed in love. Because of course, love is vulnerable. We open our heart, it's raw energy. And that's exactly where you're going to get here. I feel that the Three of Cups is a celebratory card. It is about, you know, coming together, having a wonderful experience. But I feel like you meet somebody in a crowd of people. We got the Knight of Cups, a romantic offer coming your way. This is someone who actually has really good manners. I don't know, obviously someone out there needs to know that, but this person's got really good manners. This person actually admires you. They see the best in you and others. This person's got very heightened emotions, so they're very deeply aware of, like, it's almost like not leading you on if they don't have feelings. So this person's very emotionally aware. This person's very attracted to you, and this person wants to get to know you. They're very inquisitive, and I feel like the person who just asks lots of questions and has a desire to get to know you, your journey, a bit more about your family, all of that, this person is really into you, okay? Now, the next 4 to 5 weeks, I feel like towards August time, I would say around about beginning to middle of August, you're going to be put in a situation where you meet this person. And I feel like there's a spark of passion. But I feel at first you're going to be like, do they? Don't they? Do they? Don't they? They definitely do. Okay. And now either this is you get set up by friends, because this is the Three of Cups, which is all about friendships, you know, coming together. So it can mean that you are either set up by a friend with this person, or it can also mean that you're invited to an event or a celebration where you meet this person. So I'm just going to pull a card here. Even if you and your friends, like, say for example, your friends went, hey, you want to go on a road trip? You fancy go to this place? And you're like, yeah, why not? I feel that's an invitation, and you meet somebody new there. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. The Knave of Chalices in the reverse. Interesting. So the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse can mean, like, you know, you got to come out of the home space. If you don't come out of the home space, you're not going to meet love. That's an unrealistic expectation, okay? Of course, if you're online dating, then that's a different matter altogether. But I feel like it's coming out of a comfort zone to find love. Coming out of comfort. The Two of Cups is showing up for you again. So you absolutely have a soulmate connection headed on in your way, but you must meet the universe head on by somehow coming out of a comfort zone, because you got the Queen of Pentacles here. So that's the comfort zone area, but you are about to meet somebody who, I mean, you and this person, you'll travel quite a lot together. You actually have lots of adventures, but I feel most of your relationship, especially at the beginning, you're going to be cozying up at home, enjoying each other's company. And it's a very rewarding relationship, very romantic. I feel definitely there's a deep connection, deeper than any connection. They just said deeper than any connection you've experienced. Okay, just so you're aware. This is a union where you both feel there's reciprocity, okay? So beautiful, loving relationship headed your way. But of course, you're going to be going somewhere to meet this person. And I feel like it's somewhere you have fun, okay? So whether it is on a vacation or an adventure with your friends, or whether it is a hobby that you do or something like that, somewhere where you have fun, you meet this person. Now I'm just going to get some beautiful, beautiful card. We got Dear Love. Okay, they're showing me the feather again, so please watch out for the feather. It's like you're walking down the street, or you're walking into a building, or you're just come out into your garden or wherever. A little white feather floats down in front of you, okay? And that word is coming up again. It's not conversation, it's correspondence. That's it. I can see it more clearly now. Correspondence. So it says, Dear Love, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Okay, so you're about to attract a relationship that is compassionate, it's kind, it's gentle, but it's also, you know, passionate and crazy in all other areas, but it has a foundation of gentle, respectful foundation that's like, yes, this is it. This is a soulmate. This is someone I'm going to be with for the test of time, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. Thank you so much. We got quite a lot. Oh, wow. So we got Lucky Cat here. Now, the cat can represent independence. You can always be, well, you should be independent, even in a relationship. That's a healthy relationship, to maintain your goals and your independence and your, you know, living life on your own terms. But somehow in a relationship, you find that happy midway point. But Lucky Cat tends to mean like suddenly you will meet somebody, I mean, who's equally independent, just like you. And I feel like you vibe at a frequency where both of you just get each other. Now, also, either you or the person that you meet will have a cat. Has a cat. That's what they're showing me as well. They want me to put this. Okay. Now, there could also be, because they're indicating it's more that there's a conversation about a cat. So either when you meet this person, like, for example, if it's at a party or something, there's a cat and it just mingles at the party, or it can mean that this person will talk about their cat, or you will talk about their cat. There's something about a cat when you first meet. It's a conversation to look out for, okay? We've also got the World Key. So this is about entering a new cycle. You're unlocking a new energy where you're moving forward. You're right where you're going to be, where you're meant to be. This is a final destination key, which basically mean all your efforts have now come full circle. You're completing a cycle and you'll be satisfied. It can also mean that you're traveling, but I feel like you are unlocking a new energy. You're moving forward, and when you get the world energy, this is about being in the right place at the right time to meet the right people. And they won on the Knight of Cups, and we also got an engagement ring. So high level commitment on the horizon for you. One that leads to that union. They actually want me to put it on the Kindred Spirits card, okay? So we'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Gemini. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini. Love and light.